My question to you is, who are y'all at the position?
Now we've just got Joe Flacco, from what I'm
Oh
aware of.
yeah, I think
Maybe
you did
somebody.
say that. Did you say that last?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know y'all had him that
as a
long.
every day. I don't mind the competition.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
heard that. I heard those comments, and I can't say that they didn't get me a little hype to see him at the quarterback position. That's not
Right,
usually quarterback talk.
right.
So I
He
was.
ain't throwing no fit.
So how about you, Britt? Do you think? Would you even think that?
Count out, like I said, you can cut the head off a snake, but it can still bite you.
Right, right.
Mhm.
So I mean, Flacco still has what it takes to play the game. Flacco knows how to win. He's a winner. The thing is, Jalen Hurts still has a long way to go to prove himself. So on that essence, I mean, I gotta say, Flacco already proved himself. It hurts. What you gonna do?
So you think he
Wait,
gonna?
I'm sorry,
You
Cliff.
good? Not go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify. You said you think that he is going to take the starting position?
That's what I was
I think
about
he
to.
can.
Okay.
I think he can. I mean, right now, I think Hurts is Hurts.
Right. Also, just me talking based off of the old Flacco we know from the Ravens. I haven't seen him play lately.
Right.
I don't know if he
Yeah,
still got juice
I wouldn't,
left.
but I don't even really want to even go that road. I don't feel like Flacco is at a point where he is like a starting QB anymore. I think he's a good backup, and I think
Right.
that's where he should stay. But like I said, I'm not counting him out though. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that if he had the opportunity, he's gonna definitely try to take that spot.
Right, right.
But I don't think he should have that.
What's that group that you always put him in, Malk? Who's the other quarterback?
And the Fitzpatrick's, the Joe, or he just plays tremendously. I mean, terribly.
Which could definitely get hurt.
Yeah, you can get hurt. But I was looking at our offensive line, and to be honest, I mean, we was hurt a lot last year. We have a pretty much all pro offensive line, like Lane Johnson, our tackle, Jason Kelsey, our center, Brandon Brooks, our right guard.
Right.
If those three guys are healthy, majority of the line is an all pro line. So I like to see what they can do. If they can stay healthy. But yeah, Jalen Hurts will have to execute.
Well, here's the
If you wanna
thing
keep this
about
spot.
that is I feel like
Offense.
from the Eagles this year. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that Hurts has enough or has been able to. You gonna see what's up?
Like I said, they're not really saying how much they did. They're not really showing a lot of like pre-camp, all this like workouts going on. I don't really see what he's doing. I mean, he was 1-4 last year.
Okay, I didn't know he
At
played
the end,
that
right?
long.
He played at the end.
So my point is, I mean, I love him. I think he's a hell of a quarterback. I think right now you ask me this question right now. I need to see I want to see what he's doing. I mean, I really think I think he can handle it. If we threw him out there, I think he'd be a great quarterback. He can handle it, but I think he'd be a 500 quarterback right now, or
That's not necessarily bad.
No, but if the defense did look good, I mean, I'm just
Like they did Darnold. You know what I mean? That's what you got him for. You didn't get him to have him sit the bench. Hopefully, if you're correct on your assumptions, he comes out there and does what you expected him to do. I just don't know if he's that developed, and you got to leave him in there the rest of the season.
I don't even think you can. I mean, Flacco is just too old, in my opinion.
Look at Brady, though.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. That's different. Brady's a different beast. You know, he drinks his kale smoothies every day. He's really taking care of himself. Like Flacco's not doing that. I just think Flacco's too old to start him at this point. His age and his productivity just are not average. He should maintain his starting position. I'm not expecting him to be great, but just if I'm the GM or if I'm the coach, if he's playing a little bit above average, I'm keeping him as the starter.
Right. Now, here's a question for you. Now, who has a better season this year? Tua or Hurts?
Tua.
You think Tua has a better season?
I mean, I'm only saying that because I feel like he has the better team. No offense, Malcolm, but
I think it's
you know how I feel. Y'all got.
We have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
I'd say Hurts too was the easiest schedule.
Yeah, we have the.
I haven't seen Miami's schedule.
Nah, yeah, they ranked all 32 teams. It turns out the Steelers have the toughest schedule and the Eagles have the easiest.
Yeah, I think Hurts. Yeah, Hurts got an easier division, easier schedule. I think he can shine a lot more.
See, that's it. And I don't know. I'm down the middle on it, if I'm being honest. Because I've said it before. There's a reason why Tua took his spot in Alabama.
Whole different ball game.
Exactly.
Because Burrow didn't pan out on Ohio State, and look how Burrow turned out.
Right.
That's a great example.
I don't think Tua impressed me. He didn't impress me last year.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't impress me last year either. But I also.
And he wouldn't have beat the Raiders if it wasn't for Fitzpatrick.
True.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to really critique him or anything. I feel like he's still one of those guys that's getting his feet wet, learning the speed and the adjustments of the league. So I don't want to be too hard on him. I just figured it'd be a good question, seeing how it's interesting to see who pans out here as opposed to on your college team.
Right.
Like whose game actually translates better to the NFL. I would say Tua, just off the top of my head, based off of what I've seen from college. But once again, we're here now.
Right. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Time will tell.
Go ahead, Britt.
No, I was gonna say that's a hard thing for me. Like that's definitely a blind spot when it comes to quarterbacks going from college to the NFL. Because there's people who I thought, when they get to the NFL, they're going to be great. Right. And then they get to the NFL, and then I'm like, they ain't going to do nothing in the NFL. Now, I'm a Browns fan, as you guys know.
Right.
And I do not like how Baker Mayfield throws the ball probably about 65 to 70% of the time. Not even the wow factor, like, I want him to be like a sharpshooter. I want him to be in there slanging it, right?
Right.
And when I look at his college footage, everything is kind of like lobby to me. You know what I'm saying? There's no real true precision.
Right.
However, he's had games this past season. He's had games where I'm like, he is really out there throwing, like that's the type of we're undefeated.
I don't know if I saw
and
that.
He came through just slinging. Play Baltimore, saying like in that now when I'm truly impressed, and that's how. But his interceptions in his defense, his interceptions a lot of times came from him trying to force Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
He's not thinking that of seeing a great NFL quarterback from a college quarterback. Like I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you because I like Jalen Hurts as a college quarterback. People that prefer Tua over him.
Okay, now when there's a team that they think they should be, everybody been putting him down. They say he's not a quarterback. He's willing to prove himself, and he's been kicked, so he wants to prove himself. So I think he would have a better game because of the fact that he wants to prove himself.
Right.
Tua's been handed the job. He's been handed everything, and he didn't impress me last year. That's why I picked the quarterback. Like I said, I like the asshole quarterbacks.
You get that vibe from Jalen Hurts?
I get that vibe from Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts said, this is my team."
Right.
He's telling you, "This is my team." I think that he wants to be the starter. He wants the position. I think he's a fighter.
I don't think he's an asshole. I don't think that's his person. That's not what.
No, but I think he has the ability. He wants to win.
I think he's confident.
Right.
So there's a difference between someone who's confident and someone who's an asshole. I put like he's just sure of himself. He's like, this is my team. I got it. I don't take it as in like, but he is confident. But again, he is also humble. But he said rents due. He said no matter who's on the team with me, it's a competition. Rents due.
He has a real.
He's not saying
He's not looking at himself as.
I think that you said what did you say? Attitude.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what. I think you really meant what Malcolm was saying. Like somebody that's coming in with some confidence, with a little chip on their shoulder, is going to be a winning quarterback. Right. And I don't think he's an asshole. I'm sorry, you called him an asshole. I don't think he's an asshole. I think that the Johnny Manziels, like you said, I think the Johnny Manziels would be the assholes. I'm trying not to group Baker as Johnny Manziel, but I'm agreeing with Pops, but I'm agreeing with Malcolm on the using the term confidence with a little chip on his shoulder.
Now, I will say in Pop's defense is when he says asshole, the vibe I get is the quarterback that will grab his wife. 12 cussing.
The Wilsons and them guys who are just like,
those are
but
the
they don't.
Kyler Murrays and the
the Kyler Murrays. They're not the types that be like gonna snatch you up and say, hey man, quit fucking up, man. You know, I'm gonna throw you the ball. You know, they're the kind of guys that like, no matter what, guys, we got this. We can do this. They believe in their ability, and then you got the ones who just feel, I'm just happy I made it.
Right.
I mean, I'll play the game. We'll win when we win. If we lose, we lose.
I mean,
where y'all go?
Exactly. That's why you know who wins and who don't.
Listen, I mean, I can't disagree there.
Oh, you broke that down to MJ, Kobe, and LeBron. Hold on. MJ, Kobe, and LeBron. So you got MJ. That's the we gonna win. I'm gonna make sure of it type. That's the asshole, right? And then you got Kobe. It's just pure talent. Like I feel like I'm talented enough to where we're gonna win. And well, hold on.
He could be a little asshole.
He could be an asshole too. And I got.
You think so?
Kobe, not LeBron.
I think that's LeBron's.
Kobe, yeah.
Yeah, Kobe's in that category, not LeBron.
LeBron of an asshole? Oh, yeah.
LeBron's just operate off of talent. Let's get it. Come on, guys.
Let's just get off talent. Okay. I'm going to buy a team. I got enough talent. I'm going to buy a team. You know what? Vanessa did her little thing last week, and I love it because she was talking about LeBron 100%. Kobe said he'll play with a broken nose, broken hand, broken foot. He's going to play. He don't do time management.
Right.
LeBron don't.
I think that's a new thing, though.
It is.
LeBron point blank, like, you know, you a superstar on this team, you got to go. I don't need no superstars on the team but me. Period.
Right.
No, I don't think. I think.
Yes.
You don't consider AD a superstar?
Well, yeah, but he's a beta superstar.
But he's a beta. He's a Robin.
Right. He's
knows. Wayne Wade.
Right.
He accepts the role of being second fiddle.
Right. But if it's somebody
this is a whole conversation. I'm happy y'all brought this up.
Yeah.
Who in the league is better than LeBron?
Nobody.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What we going on?
Well, who you got? Well, I say nobody.
Hold on, because I just gotta say this. So if nobody is better,
I can carry that team.
So let me I'm sorry. I know you're going on team. You said Anthony Davis takes the Vic.
If Anthony Davis would play like he can play, he's soft as hell. But if he could play like he should play, 7-footer want to play power forward.
Should and does.
Hold up. Now you're gonna say, because I think Russell and all the look, he played the Golden State Warriors the other night, and your boy blocked his shot and was showing his motherfucker.
I honestly felt like they had to move Wiggins to get the pieces that they wanted. But let me say this. There's no way, and this is the proof is in the pudding. There's no way that AD is better than LeBron. AD was in
and he was turning around with the All-Star.
New Orleans for what, 5 Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay,
never. So we've seen LeBron take his team to the finals and have nothing. I mean nothing.
Listen, what 13 years in a row type shit?
It's nothing.
15 or something.
Nothing. Kyrie Irving is not nothing.
No, you're talking about 1 year. Remember when he took Mo Williams? You can't even tell me the people on that team.
Yeah, that was
you can't even tell me the people on that team.
All them.
LeBron too. Yes, you've never seen LeBron go back to back and not make it to the finals. Never.
In the West,
you give him some time to build it. You give him some. You've never seen, even in the West. Even in the West, you've never seen him.
Never done that. Who's the good in the Eastern Division?
Eastern Division is always.
Listen, the point of the matter is what we've seen LeBron do for a team. That brings back to my original point. If LeBron James is the best player in the league, right?
I don't think so.
And you're going to join his team. Hold on. Well, allegedly, let's say allegedly. Right. If he's allegedly the best player in the league, and you're going to join his team. What role do you want to play? If you're not better, the Dwayne Wades, the ADs, these are smart players that are like, listen, I'm teaming up with the greatest player in the world right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That think that they are better than LeBron James. Now, I love Kyrie Irving, but let's be real. Kyrie Irving can't do what LeBron James is supposed to. So my thing is, you have to.
It wasn't for Kyrie.
Huh?
LeBron would have got his fourth ring. He wouldn't have got that other ring if it wasn't for Kyrie.
That you decide to take when you team up with LeBron. You would be a fool, in my opinion, to think that you're going to be the alpha male or the better player when you team up with LeBron.
Well, see,
you have to accept being second best.
Right, but that's after he reconstructs the team, though.
His team.
The issue is that he gets rid of the great. Like, you got to think. What's your boy's name in with the Pelicans now?
Oh, Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram. You got rid of all the alpha talent to bring in the beta talent that you want to work with. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's not smart, but what you do is you fuck the team up getting who you think is best for you instead of...
They have talent. There's no question they have talent. But can you elevate your team and your teammates? If you can't do that, then I don't care how much talent you have.
That's what they did when they... Look at the Knicks. Look at the Knicks right now. The Knicks ain't been in the...
They didn't make it to the... And they got college players. They fell right in line.
Julius averaging like 31 a game.
No.
I meant Randall.
Hey, Brett, who's the star for the New York Knicks?
Oh, you were talking about Randall or you talking about Ingram?
I was talking about Randall, but you go ahead.
Points.
That's his job, though. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's not his job. His job is to win. That's the problem with the Lakers today. Every time LeBron come in, everybody say, okay, bow down to the
That's
king.
your role, though. That's your role.
But you know what? That might be right, and you are right, Pops. That's the problem. That's why
they fucking suck, and they're in 7th place. Everybody bowing down to LeBron's ass.
Hey, if I was on the team,
exactly. That's why they're in 7th place. You know what? If he played team ball,
Cleveland, it was what's the one dude? They ended up sending him to the he came from the Celtics. What's the one dude? They got him up out of there quick.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. You would be the Isaiah Thomas, man. You remember that?
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, all they draft picks and LeBron would play with the team he had, they'd be a better ball team right now. Julius Randle, Hart, Brandon Ingram,
Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson in Cleveland.
Clarkson wasn't the same Jordan Clarkson in Cleveland.
He's balling now.
He was balling.
So my thing is this. Y'all have to understand that when you play with LeBron, you have to adjust how you play. Okay. This is out the gate. You have to adjust how you play. Right. So LeBron is smart by keeping people around him that can adjust to how.
Yeah, we can call it.
The song is horrible.
He's washed.
Horrible.
I wouldn't say horrible. He's just getting washed.
Horrible.
He's just getting older.
He ain't the Gasol that we're used to.
Right, but
he's horrible.
But here's the thing: you're talking about they got rid of this, they got rid of that. Did they or did they not accomplish their goal last year?
Not with the team they got this year.
Right.
No, we don't know what's going to happen this year. But did they or did they not?
In 7th place.
Did they or did they not get a championship ring, which was the whole point of them getting rid of the people they got rid of?
Hands up.
They accomplished it.
I tell you what, they would have got there just like they would if they kept Randall, Ingram, and played ball.
I agree.
Listen, Randall is the only person.
You know what? The problem
is Lonzo. Get rid of Ball.
You could got rid of Lonzo Ball.
Keep
but
Josh
you
Hart.
Ball brothers.
Keep Josh Hart. Get rid of Ball.
But you can give Hart and Clarkson and them, they would have got there too. The problem
I actually think that Ball would have fit well with LeBron. I really do.
Right,
because he's a facilitator.
This whole conversation, you are a LeBron fan only. That's it.
You need to be on the court with him and learn the hard way. You one of those things. You got the mindset of some of these players out here that be like, LeBron ain't this. I'll take LeBron until you get on the court.
I tell you they won more rings.
I think so.
You kept Ingram, Brandon Ingram, and all them, and you kept Curry over LeBron. They'd have won, and LeBron would have got the shit.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, Bob. Let me tell you something right now.
I agree, though.
Brandon Ingram. Let me tell you something right now, and I'm going on record. Brandon Ingram will never get a ring. Whatever you see in him.
Oh, no, he won't with the team he with right now. But if Brandon
Ingram he'll never get a ring.
Scottie Pippen and them didn't do nothing either until Michael Jordan got there. But the bottom.
No. when Michael Jordan left, Scottie Pippen was still in the
Took them to
playoffs.
the finals, I believe.
They got to the playoff, but they didn't win no
The
championship.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, they went to the finals. But listen, so don't.
But they never got a ring without Michael Jordan.
They didn't get
That's exactly what you just said.
They didn't get a ring, but don't make their team better.
Well,
Listen, if I'm a coach of a team, you gotta make your team better. I'm building a team around people that can make their team better. Brandon Ingram cannot do that. He's a
with the number 1 pick in the fantasy draft.
Well, I mean, if I'm saying the 2 best in the league, it's gonna be one of them.
If I'm starting to
really,
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you can get him in the second round,
right?
You know?
right. He's
you watch the play
inconsistent.
Ja Morant will be fine.
He's inconsistent
No,
as fuck.
I think he's gonna be good.
He ain't got who he got with him.
Nobody. He's never had anybody.
Well, wait, because they made the play-ins and all that. Their team wasn't as bad as everybody. Right.
They're in the playoffs.
I'm sorry. They beat
the Warriors?
Yeah, they won last night in overtime.
Yeah, they beat the Warriors.
They're in the playoffs.
I didn't even see that.
They're getting ready to play who was it?
They should be playing
Who are they about to play?
If they in the they're playing Utah.
Yeah.
Utah. They about to play Utah.
Yeah. Because if they got the last seed, they got to play the first seed.
The one dude, and I should be more knowledgeable because I did watch them play a few times, but I cannot.
One of the two.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't Cal Anderson. It was probably
Dylan Brooks.
He really held the team together. He's
underrated.
What I call it.
He's Bucks traded to the Pacers. One Rookie of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon. That's who Dylan Brooks has that kind of game.
Okay.
Malcolm Brogdon is one of those guys that'll hold the team together. That's a mouth thing.
No, even though he didn't do it last night, usually Draymond Green is a cleanup guy.
No, he's the true definition of a cleanup guy. But I feel like if we're talking about Malcolm homemade, they're doing more than just cleaning up. They're doing laundry.
Okay, define what you consider cleanup, and I'll define what I consider.
So I consider a cleanup guy that like you probably in the game with 8, and 10, or 8, 10, contributing via rebounds and assists. But you hit like the points you need to hit, but you're not a scorer. But I clean up the floor.
Gotcha.
Now Brogdon and them can actually be the best man on that team if you're playing correctly that evening.
So my definition of a cleanup would be like the Draymond. He's not going to be your leading scorer, but he's going to get you some points. He's going to get you some pounds. He's going to get you some assists, and he's going to get some key defensive with Ja.
Knock his ass down. He's kind of small. Right. But if I had to do a draft pick over, I guarantee you, if you switched them picks, him and Zion, I guarantee you they would go a lot further with Ja Morant than they would with Zion.
Man, YouTube fucking up again, man.
Is it? Oh, I see it.
They kicked us off and restarted our stream.
They did bring up I think I did hear Jalen Rose bring up the fact that Ja Morant's name should be mentioned with Zion, and I 100% agree. I think he's a great player. He may have had some bad games, but everybody has bad games.
It's 2 seasons now, and I feel like you average half your games are bad games. Like, you can't be the number 1 guy in half your games out the season. You're only hitting 14 points. Like, I want you consistently at 19, 18, 19, 20. Consistently for you to be. What you got?
To me, he looks like a young Russell Westbrook with a better J. He's like a young Russell Westbrook to me. One of them guys who could take over a game, but they can't win it more for you, but they could take over a game.
I give Colin Sexton that. I give Colin Sexton that new Russell role. Nobody can stop him when he drive. He got a decent shot. He shoots too much like Russell. Ja Morant doesn't have the confidence to take all those shots like that. Russell will keep chucking up threes and be 0 for 8, and he's gonna pull up again coming down the court.
Yeah. The thing is, like you said, the only thing that messes Ja Morant up is he's too small. He's not as tall. He's not as big.
Right.
But he can take over a game. If you gave him an all-star on his team to go with him, he'd be nice.
Right.
He definitely needs an all-star.
He needs an all-star.
They definitely need an all-star.
They need a decent big, like a nice power forward.
Yeah, they need somebody.
No, they got Valanciunas.
He's a center, but
They need somebody.
right, and he's too slow. You know what I mean? They need
Right.
somebody like a John Collins from Atlanta with John Morant that
like
can
a Bam
catch
Adebayo.
oops. Well, I
Yeah,
say
'cause
I say
Ja wants to
Collins
go.
because Collins can catch oops. He can shoot the three, and he'll give you defense down in that post.
Yeah, I was thinking they needed like a Jimmy Butler. Like I was
Now
thinking
that'll take too much out of Ja's hands, and Ja
Yeah.
won't develop.
I
Ja's
don't think so. I think that we need to like. I don't see Ja as a Russell Westbrook. I see him more of like a Rondo with a jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
I can
see
see
that.
that. I can see that.
he's really good at controlling the game and just
I can see that.
facilitating.
Yeah, he don't mind being a second. He don't mind being a Robin. He could be a Robin. He don't care about being a Robin.
He kind of has that Jalen Hurts mentality at point guard, like the blue collar point guard.
Yeah,
I don't gotta be, and that's the thing though. But you don't have to be the number one guy, but you are, my G. So
Right.
do it. So do
Yeah.
it. I understand.
I mean, he
that's not
was
your
rookie
role.
of the year. So I mean, he's being the
was.
number one guy. I think like we were talking about.
Well, that was his best season. His first season was his best season statistically.
Yeah.
Well, he's only had. He comes from because of where he went to college.
Mhm.
He didn't have anybody in college. Like when they made it to the March
You're right.
Madness tournament, Melo.
You know what? That might not.
Ja don't need it.
That might
Ja
not
likes
be
alley
bad.
oops. Ja likes to dunk.
Right.
Ja likes shoot threes. Ja don't need to be the point guard. He
Right.
don't care about being the point guard if you watch his game.
Right.
He don't.
He's not
needs
really
to-
a point. With
He
the
wants
way
to be the man.
plays.
He wants to be the
can.
guy that when you get caught up, you give me the ball and I'll show you what I can do. He don't really care about being the leader. He don't want to be the star. He knows his role.
No.
He's Robin. He's not Batman.
I think that he knows he's a star in his own right. I don't think he looks this day and age.
Nah, you right. You right about that. I just I don't know. I ain't gonna hate on my G. I definitely wish him the best. I'm a fan of him. I just don't think that he's as consistent as he should be,
Right.
being in the position that he's in.
Right. Sophomore season.
Right, and let's be honest, because we always say they get taped by the second season. So while I am being hard because your stats dropped a bit, that's to be expected when people are watching tape on you from last year. So let me pump the reins on that. I will pull them back, but I don't know.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Would you consider him to have a successful season if he gets his team to the second round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's already had a successful season.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the stat drop and the wishy. Like if you pull up Ja Morant stats on Google and you just scroll through the games, you're gonna see 29, 12, 12, 14, 22, 23, 14, 12, 12. And it's like, well, where's the consistency here? If you
Right.
are the number one guy here, I know you may not want to be, but if you are the number one guy on that team, there is no reason why those stats look like that.
But you're talking about his points, but how consistent had
He
what's
went
his
down
assists?
he went down on assists. His assists.
But my
dropped.
thing is this: if his stats dropped just a little bit, but his team went further than they
right.
did the
No, I get
previous
what you're
year,
saying.
then I feel like it's a
that means he
success.
got a decent team. That means his
Right.
team is decent. It's better than people saying it is. It's not saying that, well, Ja doesn't have nobody. Well, no, that's quite the contrary if you look at it like that, because the team is helping him
It's a
out.
good young team. It's a good young team.
Right. Now, they're not
That's
there
right.
yet, but they're on
He
the
needs a
development
Batman.
path.
He needs a Batman.
Yeah.
I think Ja needs a Batman. Because he
Now-
don't want to be the Batman.
Now, we talking about getting them a power forward. You want to know who'd be a great power forward?
Handle.
Nope. Who's your boy that he played AAU with back in the day?
Zion.
Zion. Put Zion with him. I'm sure they got chemistry. Zion's
yeah,
not
they-
afraid to pass the ball as a big.
That's true. That would be a good. That's a good call out.
And you played AAU with him back in the day. Like, stop it. You know you got
Right.
a little bit
Right.
of... That's
Right.
perfect person to put with somebody like that.
They may do that in the future. They may figure.
He needs a
something out.
guard. I think he needs some type of guard power.
Well, that's what Dylan Brooks. I don't think people should sleep on him. He's underrated. He's the kind of guy like he was busting. Like he was four from
No,
4
he
for
did his
5
thing
from
the
3.
past 3 games.
He's not a slouch. I feel like this might be his breakout year where people are like, oh, we didn't notice him, that guy. And even when they know his name, they still gonna be like, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Right.
He's the faceless
He's
man.
you know, like Van Fleet kind of popped up. Like you seen Van Fleet balling, and then
I used to
like,
get him confused with dude that played for Charlotte for a minute, Corey Joseph.
Oh yeah, Corey Joseph.
I used to get them confused all the time. That's another one that's just, I won't call him faceless because you know a Van Vliet when you see him. He's a dog, but it's like it's so many people like you around that I confuse you with everybody else.
Right.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you see them balling, but because they don't have the traditional path of some of these other players like Melo, Ball, you know, they're not big names. It's like you don't really give them their credit until they gotta like.
I wouldn't say Melo was a traditional path. I would say his was a little non-traditional because he
was going to the league regardless. But we already knew who he was coming in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying like his name was known.
Right.
So maybe not necessarily the traditional path. I should rephrase it. His name was known. Van Fleet's name was not known. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, their names are just not big names, and they're creating a name for themselves because of their talent.
Ronnie James play in the 7th and 8th grade. You know what I mean? We seen Mikey Jones or Mikey Williams, and all them from way back. Like I was watching Michael Porter Jr. when he was playing in high school type shit. So because of social media, you see certain names earlier than you would see others. And it's almost like Jimmy Butler. Nobody knew Jimmy until Jimmy came out in the league and was like, damn, look at that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, and he was right on that, bless you. He was right on that cusp of starting social media. Social media is starting to pop off and people using that to advertise themselves. Because there's a lot of people out there that shouldn't be advertised, that you look at and be like, perfect example is your boy, young boy, Real Short. Everybody was talking about him being the phenom. He was the kid who had 1,000 high school points before he graduated from 8th grade. Julian, what the fuck is his name? He got a sister that plays ball.
Oh, the sister that ball. I know you're talking about now. The sister's a big time baller.
Julian Newman.
I don't know who that is.
What year is he right now?
He was supposed to he's out of high school. I think this is his 2nd year out of high school. Right now he's trying
to
went to high school as a high school player, and they were like pegging him to be the next guy. Like he was to make the league. And I said, in the era where your shooting guard does nothing but stand in a corner and take open shots like a Clay and all that, a one-armed man can definitely play in the league if he's good enough. And that boy, he would that defense.
I feel like he for sure could play college, but once that competitive nature comes into play, I don't know how it's going to translate. So I'm not going to say anything. I you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have an opinion on how far he's going to make it. I honestly just want to wait and see.
I'm jumping out the window. Just like you said, Brandon Ingram never gets a ring. He hits the league. We going to see the one-armed man in the league, like your boy from the Seahawks.
Okay. He is amazing. He is amazing.
He is. Did you see the clip where he dunked on the dude and laughed at him and was pointing at him, laughing at him? I said, listen, that was a big boy he dunked on too. He drives the lane, he hits threes, he hits step backs like with one fucking arm.
Right.
I've never seen.
But that's why that's what we were just talking about. I got to see how the rest of the world develops with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see how he
by
develops
the time he comes
with
out
the rest of the world because. Right.
You right about that. But let's hop back over here because I want to bring up the NFL savior Tim Tebow. He actually he signed with
Timmy T.
Jacksonville. Signed with Jacksonville.
The 20th. That's what you said.
I think Wednesday. Yeah, and his jersey, number 1 jersey now. Already number 85. Now Malk said, and I give Malk props for connecting the dots. I might you making a run for Aaron's spot. But he said he thinks that he's only the number 1 jersey because of where he's now playing, being that, you know, he won the 2 national championships with Florida. Do y'all feel like he only got the number 1 jersey because he's in Jacksonville? Or do you feel like people would rock with Tim Tebow regardless of where he was at, as far as jersey sales go?
I think they'd rock with him wherever he was at.
I kind of get that vibe too.
I'm with Pops.
And then I think it's just his demeanor.
You're a true.
Right.
He ain't did nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. He ain't did nothing to nobody. He go to church on Sunday. Like, Tebow is the All-American. You know what I'm saying? He's Captain America.
I think Tebow made
He is Captain America.
I think, you know, the fact that Tebow, he came out of college a superstar. You couldn't tackle him. He was like a nice intrigue. You know, he was the gimmick. You didn't know what was going on. He got into the pros. He won games because he could run the ball. You couldn't tackle him. And I think everybody thinks he got a bad shake. Now all of a sudden, he's America's boy. He's coming.
But I don't remember.
You know, right. I was trying to think. And that's gonna bug me.
I honestly don't even think he told me. I just think he said.
No, I didn't tell you. We were on the realm of talking about. I said I'm gonna bring it up later.
Was it football or basketball?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I think it had to be football. Or wait, no, it may not have been.
Who did something crazy this week? Let me think.
I would say my hit the showers with the. So the whole Cowboys, Jerry Jones specifically.
That's
the
the
whole
Jerry
Cowboys,
Jones effect.
Cowboys organization hit the showers because it was just so overrated to me. America's team. And they never really been America's team. I mean, at least not.
They ain't apple
the
pie.
Past, you know, the Cowboys gonna do this. Cowboys signed so and so. Cowboys paid this out. And they never do nothing. I'm tired of hearing about the Cowboys. So I'm needing to hit the showers for.
You're telling us.
Right, you telling the team
that's a legitimate claim.
That is a legit claim as far as some Cowboys go.
Yeah,
probably would have had to say the Patriots.
But now I don't know who you. I mean, listen,
America doesn't have a team.
They don't have a team, right? And so the next time Brady comes around and starts winning rings at a franchise for the long haul,
America's teamless at the moment.
Hey, Mark, I got a question.
Go ahead, Pops.
How you feel about the Simone Biles letting go of Nike after 6 years to go in with Athleta?
I didn't know about that.
I didn't hear about that either. So they must have gave her ownership. No, they didn't.
No, the thing is Simone Biles was with Nike for 6 years. They never gave her a plateau on women of coming up, of color, of being abused, and all this other stuff, to where she has the opportunity to create her own gym line of her own wear, her own clothing wear,
right,
and bring women's sports up to date.
That's what's up.
I'll just say money talks, and I'll leave it at that, because I'm sure there was a nice hefty contract to go along with all that.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to say Nike? That.
Yeah.
Nike.
I'm going to say that.
All right, Cuddy, I'll get with y'all. All right, y'all.
When you don't have a star,
Under Armour.
That is what's talking in this case.
Under Armour.
Well, he didn't say Under Armour.
Athleta.
Well, no, I'm saying it's the same as Under Armour grabbing Steph Curry, and now, like, I'm not saying Under Armour wasn't popular before, but now Under Armour's on a different, right? They on a different level now. They in the video games and all that because of Steph Curry.
Yeah, her perspective.
Right.
I think that they got their hand athlete.
Hey, you know what? She wanted the platform.
Yeah, I mean, because I can do this or that, because I can probably make more money.
Those are good points.
By doing these other things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By speaking out and being more vocal, whereas I couldn't say anything before. I just kind of had to let my, especially in a time like this, like ain't no Olympics, if it ain't no Olympics,
it's coming
really
back.
Is not.
It's coming back.
Now.
Right.
Now it's coming back, but for the past couple of years, she's been chill. It's every 4 years. So it's like, that's when she really shines, probably around Olympic time. So it's like in between time, I really can't say much. And you know what I'm saying,
Right.
I'm in this contract and my money ain't, you know.
Did you see
It's
how the
okay.
Gymnastics Association did her? With that like a double tuck round off, you know what I mean, type shit. But she is the only one that can do it.
Oh yeah, that one little flip she
And
do.
they said they ruled it out of the Olympics because they said that it's too difficult and they don't want other athletes trying to compete with her attempting to do something so dangerous.
Was that the move that I literally just seen a clip either like this morning or yesterday of her completing some move, and
they ruled it. They will no longer allow her to do that anymore because they don't want other girls to try it and hurt themselves. But that's like saying I can't be great. You know, it's like being a boxer and they saying you can only use one arm though because that second arm you have is better than everybody else's. So, like, what kind of shit is that?
It's foul.
Like, what kind of shit is that? They can't. It's a lot of things that people can't do that professional gymnastics. Like,
that's the point of mastering any sport.
You're in the Olympics.
I'm trying to do something that other people can't do.
Right.
You know, I don't want to do it. I don't know. That's the day and age we live in. You know,
so
where you.
Yeah, go ahead, Pops.
That Simone Biles will take Athleta to the ultimate height.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I do, just for the simple fact that we're talking about it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that we're anybody, but I've heard of that before you bringing it. Athleta will
athletes, bring more female athletes up to date. So they'll probably get more TV time, more publicity. So they'll take it to another level.
Well, no,
I don't know that they'll get to the level of Nike, but I can say this.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, will they heighten it? Like Shaq made the comments about the women that we should lower the rim, and the one little chick told Shaq, "So we move the free down closer so you can make the free
right."
A female-ish
clothing brand
and the whole 9 yards. So will Athleta jump out there, such as Nike, Under Armour? Because I don't even know what Athleta was until I heard this little article.
And
it's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, me too. But to answer your question, I honestly, and I've never been the type of motherfucker that ever cared to tread lightly, right? Mm-hmm. But on a topic like this, I will watch my words carefully because I feel like something like that is essentially WNBA. You know what I mean? People ask why the WNBA doesn't get the views. Well, that's honestly because, you know, women don't watch sports. You know what I mean? Like men, like the views that you do get usually come from men watching, and the women only watch the sports because they're watching it with their dude. But the dude probably watches the dudes play more than the women play. So I feel like it's going to be similar with the clothes as well, because you got to think women just want to look cute. It's not a lot of women competing to the point that they like, I'm picking Athleta because I can do the same thing Simone does. It's not enough women gymnasts to make money. No. But but my thing is, when you think about a woman that goes out to the gym and looks nice, they're probably going to pick that Nike swoosh or something that somebody will look at and recognize them in, as opposed to athletic wear that makes sense.
That a lot of men have. Now that Simone Biles is stepping into Athleta, and if Athleta gets enough firepower, I think that if they get enough firepower to where they start promoting more women, because I actually believe a lot of women watch sports, it's just that their voice is not being heard. That's why she's leaving Nike in the first place, because her voice isn't being heard. Right. Now that she's a platform that where she can stand up and stand out, maybe her standing up and standing out will bring Cheryl all these other, you know, the Coopers and the Candaces and all these other girls that stand up and stand out to
was
where.
Was that a Cynthia Cooper reference?
Huh?
Was that a Cynthia Cooper?
Little niece, all of them. I'm just saying, now that they'll get more, they get it like a more of a bigger background, they'll stand out more. It's more like in the old days, women had to stand behind a man, be quiet, and a man stood out. Now, with Athleta, the women will be, they might be empowered to where they'll be on the same level to where eventually there will be, their voice will have to be heard.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's my thing behind that is that it's not like there haven't been women rollouts on different companies already. You know what I mean? Whether it be Adidas, Nike's even had some women rollouts by themselves, and I don't have the numbers to be able to say it spiked or failed with those rollouts, but I'm saying this. So this is a little deeper, right? This is a little deeper because basically what you're saying is Nike's not allowing Simone to talk about what Simone wants to talk about. So in my mind,
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they're not giving a woman's opinion enough. When we talk about Serena Williams and them, they show them in the little tennis outfits and her little butts hanging out, her boobs is hanging out, and the little commercials. It's like, that's what brings attention to, I watch a tennis match because, Serena got her boobs hanging out. I want to watch a tennis match. That's
the only reason.
Serena's spandex, we got them cakes out. I want to see
the booty's hanging out, all that stuff. The point is, what I'm saying is now that they got more money, they can buy more TV time. But more TV time, their shows will be shown more to where women start standing up and standing out. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me say this. Let me give a woman, Simone, and being with this company. Let me at the Olympics. She does her gymnastics. Whether she has on a Nike outfit or a Athleta outfit, the average woman is not going to care, right? The average woman is not going to care at all. She's hitting the headlines more because she's able to talk about that. And when she talks about this or she talks about that, she fly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a sweatsuit.
What you say? What was the last thing you said? You were skipping a little bit.
Yeah. You froze.
You said I'm breaking.
Yeah, you was froze on the screen.
Able to talk more. Okay, my bad. So if she's able to have Beyonce doing the single ladies and putting me in it, like, is she doing the single ladies too? Like, but that's that's literally like that. That's the day and age. Like,
I believe now a certain demographic of women will do that, but my question would be: is that demographic wide enough to market to others? You know what I mean? Like to where women who aren't always
her Athleta and it's fly. I'm telling you, that is what a woman is looking at. I'm looking at what you're wearing. I don't, the name, none of that matters. If you look good wearing your stuff, that's going to make me want to wear your stuff.
Right.
And that's all a woman is looking at.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Sports has an element of fantasy, right? And that's why it's so big. There's an element of fantasy. There's an element of fantasy with the guy that can't dribble or any of that, but he sees another person doing it. Like part of him wants to be like the person he's watching, right? Women, the average woman doesn't fantasize about being
that's a great way to put it.
Athletic goddess.
That's a great way to put it. No, that
so
makes
that
perfect.
Is
I want to lay up like that.
I want to be her.
Right.
Like,
I need to learn to reverse.
We don't have that fantasy. So going back to what you said, if Simone comes through with a cute outfit on, late night talk show, that is where our brain will click. Like, ooh, she's looking good on TV right now. I want to look good on, I want to look good on TV.
Right.
Okay.
I guess my pushback comes from the standpoint of, and this may be shallow logo, not capturing the regular woman that's going to Planet Fitness. Like, let me get some Athleta over this fly Nike spandex because I want dudes to look at me type. You know what I mean? Like, that's a different, we're dealing with a whole different level when we're talking about the athletic woman to the woman that wants to be cute at the gym to get looks. And the girl that's cute at the gym
rephrase that.
wants the brand name logo. I want the Nike. I want the
bigger.
Okay.
And it's called Cliffs.
I follow.
I'm putting on the Cliffs.
I follow
over the Nike.
I follow.
You gotta
now.
understand what our you get
right.
what I'm saying.
You're
like
right.
it's the same.
Because Amazon leggings are taking off.
Have,
them Amazon leggings. With
yeah,
because
if fucking
add that cuff.
Boy is so she already got her one, so she probably ain't tripping.
Man, put the cuff in the one.
I'm trying to Devontae Davis.
Right, he's gonna fight the winner of this Josh Taylor Jose Ramirez. Now Josh Taylor is 17-0, 13 180, I believe, which isn't bad, of course, but it wasn't a big enough gap for me to be interested in putting money on that like that. But that fight is tonight. I think that's going to be a good one. I honestly don't even have predictions for it because when you talk about a 50-50 fight, I think that is truly a toss-up in that one. Now,
I can't speak.
You said what?
You can't speak on that one, but I do got a question for you on the fight. Of course. No, Tyson Fury, Wilder again.
I was going to get to that. Now, listen.
And then you got Joshua out there. Why you? What is going on? He said if Joshua can go past 3 rounds, he said he will stop. He will quit right there on the spot. Take the loss.
Who? Tyson Fury said Wilder, who's the dickhead. It's Tyson Fury because it's like, well, I'm the guy that gave you another shot after we drew, and now you're telling me you won't give me my rematch.
Right.
And AJ's like, you're a fraud because you knew that this was going to happen. And you still tried to make the fight with me. Right. But AJ's just as dumb because you knew the contract. Everybody knew the contract. Stephen A. Smith and everybody instead of the bronze bomber because they saying that he's blocking.
Lay down. If he has an opportunity to help himself, redeem himself, why do you, as a media outlet, why do you...
Go hard. He should have been bringing it up.
Well, no, Deontay was.
No.
Who you talking? What you got, Britt?
No, I'm sorry, Cliff. I was going to say that to me when they fought last time, I felt like, and I don't know his personal issues. I felt like he had something going on, like something seemed off with him. Of course, he's not fact. This is just observation. Something seemed off. So, he may have taken the time to get himself together.
I don't know if I agree with his allegations, though. Like saying that somebody spiked his water and
you gotta get a tape. You gotta be taped and tight.
So the fact that your hand's not all the way in your glove and the ref can notice that and stop it, I'm not against knowing that something may not have took place like that against that second Deontay Wilder fight because your glove was floppy as fuck.
The refs check your glove. They tap them.
They thought it was. Now he does. He had it in. I don't think that was the.
And that can mess your equilibrium off.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. Now, if he did have that busted eardrum, his equilibrium was off.
Right.
And it seemed like something was.
It'll make you different. It'll make you different
during that fight after he got hit. So, the chances of him being able to get that same punch off is not as likely. So it could definitely make it a completely different fight.
Listen, have you seen him train? Well, first of all, he
completely
got a new
different
trainer.
He's wild with it. That's
he don't box. He's more a slugger. He's a banger. He's a brawler.
Right. And if I'm being honest, that's why I was kind of lightweight. I was okay with the loss. You know what I mean? Because I felt like, how can you be in the
Tyson anyway? Because I
do want to see it, but I don't think it's.
Joshua needs to box better too himself, but yet
Vladimir Klitschko put him down in that fight.
Yeah, you don't have a chin. That little fat Mexican knocked him down.
Andy Ruiz 3 times. Knocked him out. But I honestly think the reason why, and I don't know if y'all heard this, is now that Tyson Fury lost. Now, to me, that sounds a little fishy, right? Because you were saying that you can take Deontay Wilder in a couple rounds if y'all fight again, and if you know that, why wouldn't you hop back in the ring?
Make that money.
Right. Now, here's off is that now AJ said at this point, you can't do the same thing twice, right? So if I know I can't do the same thing twice, I probably don't want to fight you because if this fight goes 12 rounds, people are going to be looking like, well, what happened last time for you to beat him up that bad in those 6 rounds, and now we
Right.
going 12? I feel like Deontay may be right, and he don't want to. He don't want to risk the world seeing that. So he like, I won't fight him again. I'll drop the belts.
I never.
He's
You
the
say what, Cliff?
slickest heavyweight since
He's like, oh
Ali.
man.
Listen, he would not be able to beat. I don't feel like we can say he's the slickest since
I can't
Muhammad
beat
Ali.
George
He
Foreman.
is, man. He is. Come on, listen.
Right.
My guy is
No, man.
6'8".
I can't see him beating George Foreman.
My guy is 6'8".
I'm with you.
Two. I think he came in that Deontay Wilder fight 260 something.
Mhm.
He's 6'8", 260
Man, listen.
something. Look at that man's footwork.
The Deontay Wilder, his weakness is, in my opinion, and I'm not a boxing expert, his weakness is if he fights a big guy that can take a punch and has some technique, he's gonna lose every time.
Right.
If he
He has
can't
no
touch
boxing.
you, right?
Those
if
two
he can't
things.
touch
He has no
you,
boxing.
Those two
He
things.
can't box.
right?
So if he fights a boxer with some technique and that can take a punch, he's gonna lose. So to me, and I'll give Fury credit where it's due, but he couldn't handle any of them
Fury's
either.
a great boxer. Fury's a great boxer. You can't hate on him. He is a great boxer, but I do feel like
Fury couldn't beat the Evander Holyfield. He couldn't beat
No.
Foreman. He couldn't beat Frank.
But you know what though? To round it back to what we was talking about, especially Pops. I got into this with Aaron and Malk on the Wednesday show when you was talking about players sitting out. What did he call? What do you call it? Like when you sit out, time management, load management and shit, or being hurt and not wanting to play. I said that comes with this current cancel culture, this accepting everything on you while you players don't have any kids. I will eat your kids. Like this isn't a money fight. We're not friends here. I'm coming to try to kill you.
Right.
And we don't have that. We just don't have that nowadays.
Not
and
anymore.
The closest thing we do have it is Deontay Wilder saying, "Because I got power, I'm gonna try to kill this man in the ring." But we all know people would be worried about you if you actually had the boxing ability to move and set yourself up to hit those shots. Then we'd be like, he's absolutely correct. He might kill that man in the ring. But because he can't move and set his shots up, he's just hoping that a bomb lands.
Right.
And more times than not, he will catch you in a 12-round fight. And more times than not, you won't be able to take that punch. I honestly think he may hit hard. He may be the hardest hitter in boxing. Just because of his Deontay. Just because of his build.
Now, yeah.
Like you think about it, everybody always thinks that, the short, compact guys are the guys that hit the hardest. But then when you think about Julian Hawk Jackson, you think about Tommy Hearns, you think about the skinny, linky motherfuckers that'll put you out immediately. That's
right.
Deontay Wilder. He shouldn't even be fighting at heavyweight. He should probably be a cruiserweight. But the money is at heavyweight. So he comes in light. When everybody else is coming in 140, he'll be in at 215, 225.
Mm-hmm.
But you could go down to 205, get down below there, and
Got a point.
You brought up I'm kind of like going back a little bit, but you brought something up, and I was just thinking about that. Basically, like the day and age where you were saying Mike Tyson would have came out and be like, yeah, they can't beat us in a 7-game series. Then they would literally make Steph the bad guy.
Fuck fuck them niggas. I'm gonna be back next year. Fuck Ja Morant. Fuck all them. I'm gonna see them next year.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'll come out and say it. Like, listen, we the better team. They just won the first game in single elimination. Like, I want players to be able to tap back into that realness and say stuff like that. That's going to be what makes people tune in. They're trying to come up with these gimmicks, these playing games, et cetera, to make people start watching the NBA more. And I'm like, listen, if y'all would let them be real, this would not be an issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they can come out, if LeBron, somebody talking shit about LeBron, and he come out and be like, you know what? When we play y'all, I'm gonna have 40. I'm tuning in because I want to see if LeBron's gonna get 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something Michael Jordan would have did. Like, oh, he said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I got 50 on y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Shit,
it's the
Iverson,
realness.
all of them back in the day, it was just like, it's political because you think about football. Well, we want y'all to hit, but don't hit that hard. We want testosterone to pump through y'all and y'all to make a split-second decision, but don't lead with your head. You know what I mean? We want you to be the best gymnast, but Simone, don't be that is supposed to make the league look good. You didn't hire me, right? You didn't hire me to be a marketing guy, a guy. You hired me because I'm the best at what I do.
Right.
Which means I should be able to say whatever I want to say if my tickets still sell.
And I would do the same. I wouldn't care.
I don't know who it is, but it's somebody in the back office that's like,
I'm not about to be like, oh, we beat you, so we'll just let the clock run out. Nah, I want to smash your face in the dirt.
Right.
Nope. I need all my points.
Period.
I need them all.
That's getting me paid next year. I can drop 30, but I can drop 30 on you, and that's gonna get me a check next year. But we're up by 21. I'll be nice and just dribble it out. Nah.
Nope.
That's where we are.
I'm shooting.
That's where we are as a generation. But to be honest, I ain't have much else. That's what I was going to end with, the Deontay Wilder shit anyway. So you beat me to it, Pops. I don't know if y'all have anything that's been on your mind that you want to bring up.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Well,
I've just been on, like, you know what? I've been really. I love this, like Simone Biles stepping out. I'm just wondering where the where's it headed?
Right. What?
So they talked about the females, like, you know, getting more recognition, more love, and I'm for it 100%.
Right.
I'm 100% for it.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out. That's why I wanted Brett to give a little.
You know what? And I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what? You want motherfuckers. You want to raise WNBA ratings. Stop putting the shows on midday on work days and shit. You showing it Wednesday at 2 and shit. Like, we're working. We're working.
Right.
I'm not against watching women basketball, but I can't watch it if you show it at 1:30 on a Tuesday.
I mean, I think that's probably a good point because, you know, I don't know the statistics, but I'm pretty sure that women's college basketball, especially around March Madness time,
I watched that.
Is a moneymaker. Yeah, it's a moneymaker.
Who's that? That one girl? She was heavier, but she played point guard.
I'm not 100% sure.
She was in the tournament, and I think they made it to the Final Four. Who did she play for? Oh, that's gonna bother me. I feel like they were maroon, the colors. I don't think it was Alabama, like Minnesota. No.
I want to say Stanford, but I could be wrong.
No, it wasn't Stanford. It wasn't Stanford.
Who does Don Staley coach for?
They were playing. Matter of fact, Pops, they was playing when we was at that bar out on where the Wings is at.
256.
It was hot though. And she was a big girl.
Who was that? It wasn't UConn.
Nah, it wasn't you. They might have been playing UConn though. Nope. Where they playing UConn?
I know you're talking about little young white girl. What's her name?
No. I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about the black girl. She had like two long braids, and she was like heavier, but she played point guard. Like she.
But she played against it.
Right. Yep. You are correct.
Anytime I see somebody heavy playing point guard, Mateen Cleaves, I'm fascinated.
Right, I am too.
It wasn't that she was heavy. It was a black girl, and she had the thighs.
She was heavy. Yeah. She was a thicker girl.
Thick.
Yeah, she was
thick. Okay. Because I'm thinking chubby.
No, she wasn't chubby fat.
She was approaching it.
She was thick, which you could go one way or the other.
Right,
but she was
right. But yeah,
at this point,
give me for the end of the episode my question.
Give me something good.
That's what I'm trying to figure.
That's my drum roll.
I don't wanna go like NBA MVPs or anything like that, but there hadn't been a lot going on in football. I won't even give my predictions of this fight tonight. Yeah,
Foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is just like, you hate LeBron so much that even when you see it's a foul, you want to try because it was an obvious, that's personal. But to tweet about it, that's a big time hater move. You're a grown man and you out here tweeting about how you felt he was fouled from watching it from home.
Right.
Like, come on. So that's my hit the showers this week. CJ McCollum.
They in the playoffs though, ain't they?
And you better hope. We should let him say it. That might bring something out of LeBron that we ain't never seen. Right. Maybe it's all this nice talk. Like he don't take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching the fight. He was like, "You in trouble? You in trouble?" I told everybody. I put money on the game and everything. I was like, "Listen, LeBron ain't losing the next game."
Right.
They was like, "Oh no, Jimmy Butler playing. He out of this world." Etc. I'm like, okay, who want to put money on this game?
Listen.
Cleaned up. I told y'all LeBron wasn't losing that next game after Jimmy Butler told him he was in trouble. I was like, Jimmy Butler about to be in trouble. Talking crazy to that man like he ain't LeBron.
Yeah, he didn't have a great team.
Who?
Jimmy ain't got a
all right.
It wasn't bad, but it was a shock to see them come out of the East. I'll say that. I didn't expect to see Miami coming out of the East.
They ain't like the Clippers.
I did not.
I mean, they went hard.
But it just she thumbing me down. I think
I'm thumbing you down because Pops taught me well, and I honestly don't think Joel Embiid got the dog in him.
I do.
I don't think he got that dog in him to just be that type
Anthony
of
Davis.
Man, you stop, Pops. I'm about to get you admitted. You getting it?
I'm not taking it that far.
Well, you know where to hit him if you got problems. Them knees ain't good for shit. So
nope, all big men ain't got good knees.
Right, and I can reach him. So
hey, Anthony Davis. I mean, Joel Embiid. He washed with pink soap. And it smelled like flowers.
Don't associate this with me, Joel. Please. This is strictly Pops.
They said that this year's on the NBA show is the exact match of the Shaquille O'Neal MVP season he had in 99-2000 with the Lakers.
Because they actually played defense back then.
Well, wait though, because I ain't gonna go back over it. But that episode, you should watch the argument because we went about that. That was brought up as well. But you should watch it. I ain't gonna get back into that. The reason why I'm gonna give it to him is because he was out for them 4 weeks, and motherfuckers was still trying to catch.
And let me say this because I like Anthony Edwards. I hate that he is with the Timberwolves.
You don't like that?
No, because I really would rather see him with a more with a team with a little bit more of a chance,
like a Chicago or something like that.
Yeah, just somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's how it goes. But
that's gonna help his development though, and that's another. So. You don't think like he's in a situation where he can gun, he can throw it up.
That's not going to help your development because at the end of the day, you're either going to be. I told you what I measure greatness off of in the NBA. Can you elevate your team? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you put them on your back? That's how I measure.
He
greatness.
has,
and I feel like that's a team that I measure your greatness by how you put your team on your back. He's scoring, but scoring is not necessarily at points. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm talking about a lot of players.
But
so, I mean, that's how...
You're accurate even with him. I don't think he hit 50, but it was like 43 or something like that in that game. 44, I believe.
He's a great player, but I think certain teams, when you go there and at your rookie year, they just teach you how to be a loser.
Right.
And I think that's one of those teams, like they're going to teach him how to be a loser. He's going to get comfortable with scoring a lot of points and not winning.
Right. Okay. I follow. That even round garbage.
No, I'm the star, but we're losing. Like, I don't want that. I want to compete.
And they ain't traded Draymond Green yet, so he must be doing something. They did hate on Dennis.
Yeah.
And Dennis was a monster. Dennis gave you no reason to hate on him other than wearing dresses and colors. Respected him in that dress. Well, he ain't wearing the dress tonight. That nigga got 20 rebounds and
Ben Wallace.
Listen.
Hey, you gotta have somebody to knock you out. You had to have an enforcer.
Right.
Everybody gotta have an enforcer.
And who wants to get knocked out by a dude? Even when he came out on San Antonio, he was the rowdy one.
Yeah, he get every. In Detroit, he was just a beast.
Yeah, I think he's too like eccentric to like be respected in that way. No offense.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're too weird for me to be like.
No
I don't think he enticed any fear in anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he brought the fear factor.
I don't know. They probably was like, this nigga crazy. Like, crazy.
You got away from him.
Yeah, I think the fear was like, I don't want to be in a room alone with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was like, I don't want to be on the court with him.
I don't want him my roomie. We can't have no doubles.
Yeah.
No double beds with this.
Coach, can we talk?
Right.
Can we talk, Coach? When you find out you paired with him.
He was the first meta.
Meta world peace. Nah, you can't hate on Meta.
No, I said he was the first meta.
Yeah, but you know what? That
I don't believe in
Meta
that
hop in the crowd and fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Did you throw that popcorn on my mother? I'm about to come up there.
We had this talk the other day. Meta to me, he play crazy. You ain't really crazy, so I ain't got no fear of him because he knows that lets me know that he's not crazy.
He ain't stupid.
Yeah, if you in the midst of being crazy and doing wild shit, and then somebody just punches your neck in, pushes your neck in, and you decide
crazy.
Oh yeah, you right.
Crazy knows crazy.
Right.
Listen, no, crazy knows when crazy can't beat somebody. That's
my point. Crazy knows crazy.
Right.
I don't even want to put Ben Wallace in the
path, and they be like, "I'm crazier than him. Let me show him."
He pushed the shit out of Meta, and as soon as he realized who pushed him, let me go lay down in the stands. That's what he did.
Right, because crazy know crazier.
Yeah, he knew he was getting ready.
Listen, that nigga played for Detroit, and he didn't braid his hair for the first 5 years of the league. It was just standing on end. And I said, that motherfucker right there, he
ain't want them problems. He pushed his whole neck.
But now, see, you go
that's
back
a garbage man. But
the Warren wasn't scared. Hey, Dennis Rodman wasn't scared of nobody.
Ben Wallace might have been the best garbage man
Dennis
the
Rodman
league's
was
ever
not
seen.
Confrontational with you. We seen Dennis Rodman kick.
He was sneaky dirty.
Photographer. We seen him kick a photographer, but we never seen him really get into any confrontations with anybody else.
I don't know. He ain't gonna punch. He's just gonna throw a claw.
The nigga pierced his lips, his nose, his eyes. He had piercings everywhere. That nigga had Madonna, Carmen Electra.
Everybody had Madonna. You ain't talking. Everybody had Madonna.
But hey, Dennis had them all.
He probably did, but they wasn't. You got to name. You gotta name somebody that was hard to get. You ain't.
Dennis hung out with Jim Kong Soo.
Kim. Fuck that. What was he talking about? Dennis Rodman. He hit that. He hit Blackjack before he got to that hotel.
That's who Michael Jordan got his cocaine from.
Allegedly.
Is that what they said? Is that what they said?
That's what Pop said. Nah, you good. We about to wrap.
Michael Jordan, they look at me crying and he high. He got it from Dennis. Allegedly.
Oh shit, man, that is funny.
Don't try to lie.
Oh.
And he smuggled it in on Baywatch.
And who was the other one? Not the chick from Saved by the Bell. Who was the dark-haired chick? Listen, I don't know. Listen.
I had them all.
Oh, that's funny. You quit with me?
No. Well, actually, I got one thing, and we can touch next show, because it's probably going to still be going. Y'all might be touching on it on Wednesday. I know y'all talking about this clips. I seen a point where Jalen Rose said that you got to look at it like this. And Jalen Rose made the